Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. The day has finally arrived, ladies and gentlemen. We have all been waiting for this for some time now. I'm honestly not really sure why they didn't release more drip marketing for the second anniversary of Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is pretty insane. I am absolutely hyped. They're dropping Advent Children, guys. It's true. They are dropping Advent Children. It looks absolutely insane. I'm going to be showing you guys everything that they shared here today. I just want to say a special thank you to Wise Guys from the Discord for sending me all of the translated images from the live stream. And thank you to whoever out there in the community made these translations. We are all grateful for it. So that being said, guys, I'm just going to tell you that the maintenance is going to be starting tomorrow. All right. And it's going to be starting at 1 p.m. PDT. It will go until 7 p.m. PDT, which is the normal time for a patch update. So what is normally on Wednesday will be happening tomorrow on Saturday. And so I'm really looking forward to covering this tomorrow night. We have a lot of really cool stuff, guys. So that being said, let's jump over to the internet right here. Now, the global official Final Fantasy VII Twitch account, or X account, doesn't actually have any of these new videos up. At first I was a little bit concerned, like only it's dropping on JP. I'm guessing they just haven't had the time to like translate anything. But we're going to jump over to the JP Ever Crisis account right here. And as you guys can see, starting from 9/7 on Sunday, Sephiroth Original will become playable, guys. We knew it was going to happen at some point. We were hoping it was going to happen at some point. And that point has finally come, which is absolutely insane. So we're actually going to go back. We're going to watch this video here. Guys, this is actually in-frickin-sane, guys. Like, this looks so good. Sephiroth is going to be so good. It's so sick to see that he is going to be releasing into the game. At this point, with Advent Children, we're going to get a full roster of weapons for Sephiroth, guys. I think that the power creep coming is exactly what we thought. Everyone knew that they needed to do something mega this anniversary, and Advent Children is exactly that, guys. So it is really, really cool to see this. I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and we're going to go through all these slides translated, but let's read a little bit about the information here. Starting from September 7th, Sunday, we plan to hold campaigns including a gacha where you can drop to 250 times and a login bonus where you can receive up to 30 5-star weapons at level 120 that have already undergone 6 limit breaks. Let's go. This is exactly what we were looking for. Some type of comeback campaign to help new players catch up to the game. Because let's be real, guys. I'm going to be real. It is extremely hard in Ever Crisis to start as a new player and to catch up unless you're extremely diligent and dedicated. And don't get me wrong, my hat is off to everyone that is. I know those players are out there. But I do think that it would be nice if Applebot made all of your lives easier. Alright, so let's go down. Present distribution confirmed. Alright, so to celebrate the live broadcast, the distribution of luxurious rewards has been confirmed. Blue Crystal times 5,000. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Crystal times 5,000. Refined Mithril times 10, 5-star weapon guaranteed gacha ticket times 1, stamina potion times 77. The collection deadline is in the game. I actually collected these this morning, so they are in your gift box right now. All right. Thank you to everyone for the Ever Crisis 4th official broadcast. Hopefully they'll invite me onto one of these one time. That would be pretty cool. All right, so let's go down. All right, guys, so I'm just going to go and we're going to take a look at everything that was shared with me. All right, which is looking pretty sick, guys. All right, so it's official. The Advent Children collaboration is here. I'm going to be real, guys. This is the thing I am most excited about for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. I was a content creator for War of the Visions for several years, and also my most psyched thing on War of the Visions was Advent Children. So it is really cool to see it coming over onto this platform right now. All right, so as you can see here, the pickup reward is a wallpaper from the actual film. We're also getting the Quattro Gatling gun for Barrett as an event weapon. Unleash Sephiroth, the original, plus get limited time weapons and home backgrounds. Ever Crisis Edition. Insane, guys. All right, so now we have Sephiroth officially joining the game. This is going to be his first banner costume. Not going to lie, he looks absolutely freaking amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. He looks so cool. He's dark. He's edgy. Like, I like the costume. It just really looks cool. I feel like his hair could have been a bit more like starlit, a little brighter right here to kind of like contrast it. Because I've always looked at Sephiroth's hair as being silver, not gray. But other than that, I mean, it looks really cool. So let's look at the art. For the costume is called the Star Invader. It increases the attack power of all allies, increases the physical and magic attack power of all allies right here. And then we have one wing of the Invader, which increases HP. It is a Omni Arcanum here that also increases ability damage. Super freaking cool. So he's launching with an Omni Arcanum with attack all on it. So absolutely just a great opening for him, especially if he already has a bunch of DPS weapons in his kit, because we're going to get a bunch of weapons that are already released for him as he is a new character, right? All right, going to the next slide, and this is exactly what I will be pulling for in this event. It's Advent Children Cloud, guys, all the way. Like, for me, this is 100% all in right here. Let's take a look at the setup. So we have the AC foam. I'm guessing that the foam is probably not the name of the armor, but we'll see when it goes into the game what it ends up becoming. Maybe AC form? I'm not really sure. First, our ability is Last Life. When taking fatal damage, 1 HP will remain for 1 time. Alright, so he gets Reprieve in the first slot, and then Cloudy Wolf, which increases HP, is an Omni Arcanum as well, and increases ability damage. Finally, we have something for Cloud. I'm so excited and happy to see this, guys, and I'm so psyched to be jumping on with the video, you guys, tomorrow night, and you know, just playing this, because this last month of August has been a slow burn, I think, for a lot of people in the community, and I really think that everyone is hungry for something awesome. So this is all looking really cool. I'm curious to see if there's new game modes coming out, stuff like that, things that are really going to ensure the longevity of the game, not just super cool banners that, like, once these pass, they pass. So I'm really hoping that they add something more. But don't get me wrong, this is an incredible start. So then we have the combined sword right here, like the fusion sword. Command ability, Trendy Shine. That is the worst name of this ability. I have no idea why this is called Trendy Shine. Like, your guess is as good as mine. If you guys think you know, drop a comment down below and we can talk about it. But the weapon itself, just legendary, right? Like, the idea to get this in a game and to be able to play it after, like, for me, when Advent Children came out years ago, I probably watched that movie like 100 times in a row. It was, I think I've seen that movie more times than any other movie in my life. I know it's not even the greatest movie, but to see my, like, favorite childhood game come to life in the form of a well animated CGI movie was absolutely, like, just wonderful, and I will never forget it ever. So to be able to play it is just something amazing here, guys. All right, so let's see here. Trendy Shine deals up to 1340% non-elemental physical damage to a single enemy. It gives you a physical and magical weapon boost. All right. Additionally, when your own HP is 50% or above, you will be granted weakness X point. Let's go. Cloud is getting everything that we needed for him. He's getting Reprieve, Omni Arcanum. He's getting a very strong non-elemental weapon. This is going to be an amazing offhand for him, right? It is physical, but it does give him weakness exploit and a physical magic weapon boost as well. So this is officially going to be his best offhand weapon in the game for sure. Our ability increases the attack power of all allies, and the ability power up. When attack stance command gauge is full, physical and magic ability damage is increased. just absolutely insane, guys. So good. This looks like a new ability right here. So, or maybe it's not. This is an older ability. It's hard to tell. We'll have to see when they go into the game. All right, so moving on from Advent Children Cloud. All right, what do we got here? All right. Okay, so here we have the Kiku Ichimonji. All right. Oh, so these are some of Sephiroth's new weapons that are going to be coming out that I'm guessing are already released. I'm not sure if this is going to be the one that's actually on banner or not. I know that Cloud and Sephiroth are both getting an ultimate weapon, which is insane. I'm not sure how I feel about them probably being on the same banner and two ultimate weapons being obtainable in the same pity. I think my first thought on this is that it could turn out great if you did end up going to the pity and you got one of them along the way, because then you're guaranteed to get the two. However, if you're a player that doesn't quite have enough for the pity and then you're really trying to get Cloud and then you get Sephiroth's ultimate weapon, that's going to be a little bit of a bummer. So I'm really hoping that that's not going to be the case, that there's a way to ensure which one you want. But it's really hard to say at this point. So let's take a look at these weapons here. We have the Kiku Ichimonji. Shadow Disaster deals up to 1340% non-elemental magic damage to all enemies and grants haste to self on first use. This sounds like the banner weapon for him. Additionally, grants physical and magic damage bonuses to all allies. Wow, very good. Our ability increases the attack power of all allies, so this is definitely a limited weapon. So this is his banner weapon. And the ability power-up. Again, when attack shift, command gauge is full, physical magic ability damage is increased. Then we have a fire weapon over here, the Shiranui. Deals up to 1340% fire magical damage to a single enemy. I told you guys, the power creep was coming. Everything in the anniversary was going to just absolutely blow away everything we've had before. So for all of you guys that were patient with Dragon Quest in August, I think everything's about to pay off for you guys. Alright, additionally grants a fire damage bonus to all allies. That's great. The R ability increases magic attack power of all allies, so it's a magic attack all. And fire attribute power Kariburen increases fire attribute ability damage. Alright, cool. These are actually really cool swords. This one's sick. Yeah, super cool. Alright, okay. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm a little disappointed that this is not the Ultima weapon. I had a feeling they might do this just to keep something on the horizon, something that the players are looking forward to. If they dropped Advent Children and Cloud's Ultima weapon, like for me, I'm kind of like my heart's content. I'm just waiting for Knights of the Round at this point. And we don't even know if Knights of the Round is ever going to drop into the game as a summon. But let's take a look at these two beautiful ultimate weapons right here. We have Cloud's Ragnarok. Ultimate command ability, Heaven's Swilight? Maybe Heaven's Twilight, maybe. Not sure. Usage limit 2 times. Deals 2000% non-elemental physical and magic damage to one enemy. Okay. And grants physical and magic ability amplifier to the user. Okay, hopefully this isn't just for one attack. Additionally, ATB gauge +3 for all allies. That's insane. So basically, Cloud gets a DPS-focused ultimate weapon that is also partially a Princess Guard. So for those of you who don't know, Aerith has a ultimate weapon called Princess Guard that can increase ATB gauge +3 for all allies. This looks like Cloud does it as well. And not going to lie, Princess Guard is one of the best ultimate weapons in the game. So Cloud's is shaping up to be right up there as well. Now, the R ability here, increased ability power. When attack stance command gauge is full, physical and magic ability damage is increased. Okay. All ally attack boost. At the start of the battle, grants a buff that greatly increases the physical and magical attack power of all allies. Looking really good here so far, guys. I'm liking it a lot. Now, jumping over to Sephiroth's ultimate weapon, all right, Clouds of Heaven. A random star shower usage limit 3 times, deals 2000% non-elemental physical and magical damage to a single enemy. Additionally, grant yourself haste and weak spot. I think they mean weakness exploit. Weak spot exploit. Really cool. So he has a built-in weakness exploit into his weapon. You can use it 3 times, and it gives him haste. Honestly, very good. When attack shift command gauge is full, physical magic ability damage is increased, so the same as Cloud's over here. And the second one is called A Good Opportunity to Interrupt All Allies. What a name of an R ability, guys. A good opportunity to interrupt all allies. Not exactly sure what this means. Why would you want to interrupt all of our allies? When an interrupt occurs, so a sigil break, grants physical and magic ability amp to all allies. All right, so not so bad. I actually like both of these. I like Cloud's a little bit more, but this one up here is, I think, a tad. I mean, they're both really good, guys. They're both very, very good. Ragnarok and Clouds of Heaven, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so here we go. Cloud and Sephiroth original limit break and ultimate weapons now available. All right, so like I said, until we actually see how this is being implemented, it's hard for me to say whether this is going to be a good or bad thing, but it is a little bit fear-inspiring to see two ultimate weapons here at the same time, especially when I'm very focused on getting Clouds. But that being said, I hope that they've learned from their mistakes in the past and that, you know, they handle this in a well handled manner for all the players of Ever Crisis. All right, here we go. So this is going to be the limit break banner right here, which is going to be pretty insane, guys. Like this double banner, this is what I'm going for sure. All right, now we also have a bunch of other stuff. At first glance, when I first looked at this earlier, I thought this was literally Kadaj, but it's actually just young Sephiroth in a Kadaj costume. So new limit break weapons are going to be available for Tifa, Yuffie, and Sephiroth. All right, so I'm guessing this is going to be the second week of collab banners. So we have the Ryo Juji Shuriken limit break weapon right here. We have the combat leather gloves limit break weapon, and guys, the Advent Children costumes for Yuffie and Tifa. Come on, so cool. Then we have a Kadaj costume for Sephiroth over here. It looks like, oh, so it does look like the ultimate weapon on this banner is going to be Sephiroth's. Let's go back to the last one. Yeah, it's hard to say. So the ultimate weapon is on this banner, but then there's a different ultimate weapon on this banner. So kind of weird, because if it's what I'm looking at, it seems like you pull for Sephiroth on the Cloud banner, but then you can't actually pull for his ultimate weapon until the next set of banners, which is kind of lame in my opinion. They should have definitely paired these. I hope they learned their lesson with Red 13 and his limited character banner and how they separated his ultimate weapon from that. This is the kind of stuff that players don't want to see. This is the kind of stuff when Applebot is dropping the ball, when they are neglecting, you know, like a basic kind of patronage towards the players. So hopefully this doesn't turn out to be the case, but we can only wait and see. But that being said, I mean, the costumes, the weapons, everything about this, just I'm really excited for. All right, now we have something new called Memoria. All right, this looks like a new weapon that we can equip in our party or something like that. It's not quite a weapon, it's a Memoria. So a crystallization of all memories and information contained within the life stream. Okay, so as you guys can see, this one is called Bahamut Quake Memoria. All right, it's level 10. This has 3,000 HP, 1,000 physical attack. It has 200 magic attack. It looks like 50 physical defense, 150 magic defense, and 500 healing. And then it also comes with, let's see here, maximum ATB increase 15 points, cold power increased, so ice attack. And I cannot freaking read this, guys, but this is physical and magic attacks against summoned something. So not exactly sure what this is. But I'm sure we'll figure it out come tomorrow night when the patch drops into the game. But, you know, it's definitely going to be something new that makes our teams more powerful than they are. Now, guys, Advent Children 2-year anniversary aside, they also released a roadmap till the end of the year, which includes a Final Fantasy 13 collaboration. Around probably in November, I would say. We have always gotten a Final Fantasy collaboration, like a true Final Fantasy collaboration, in November of every year. We had Final Fantasy 9, we had Final Fantasy 6, and now we're getting Final Fantasy 13. Excuse me if I forgot one. I don't think I did. So this is looking really cool right here. Tifa in the lightning outfit, and Aerith, what looks like in the Sarah outfit, or even the same outfit. I honestly can't really tell right here if they just both got the same costume. But honestly, I'm really excited for this. Now, I've talked to a couple people that are super bummed this isn't Final Fantasy X, but I would say the two biggest things that are hype in Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis are the Advent Children collaboration and a Final Fantasy X collaboration. So if they were going to drop Advent Children and then Final Fantasy X literally within 4 months of one another, I would be willing to bet that there's not much else they can kind of ace up the sleeve to kind of deliver to us other than stuff that's not as popular as those two concepts, ideas, collabs, etc. So, you know, this is cool to see. I would really love to see Final Fantasy 16. If this was Final Fantasy 16 right here, this would have just like solidified the year for Ever Crisis for me. But still, I am excited for the Final Fantasy 13 collaboration and seeing how this plays out. Now, here is the roadmap for everyone. All right, so September, we have Advent Children, Sephiroth Original dropping, multiple Ultimate Weapons for Cloud and Adult Sephiroth. You know, we have the EC edition of Advent Children event being held. We're going to get one piece of costume voucher of our choice, guys. So I'll definitely make a video, you know, talking about which one I recommend and which I don't. We have Memoria appearing. It looks like the end of September. All right. Now, I'm not seeing a new summon here anywhere, which is a bit disconcerting, nor am I seeing any type of new game mode, which is a bit disappointing. So I'm hoping that they have more to offer in the future. Obviously, the Advent Children collaboration is hype as hell, guys. This is so hype. For me, the top, right? But Advent Children will pass, and once it does, we're going to go back to Ever Crisis as it is. And I think Ever Crisis as it is, most people can agree that it could use a little TLC love and care. And I think a new game mode, something creative, could be just that. Now, looking at October, we have the finale of Final Fantasy VII First Soldier, finally, which is amazing. It's going to be completed. All right, we're going to have an event with Glenn, Matt, and Lucia. And then the Titan Summon EX3 will be added. All right, then in November, we're going to get the massive Final Fantasy 13 collaboration. We're going to get enemy moves, which is a new feature being added to the game. Not exactly sure what this entails as of yet, but I'm sure it's interesting. And then in December, we have a massive Nier collaboration as well, which is pretty insane. So essentially, guys, from one outlook, we have a bunch of stuff to look forward to for the end of the year. From another perspective, I see an entire month of limited banners. We have 1 month of non-limited banners, but there will be one character limited banner here. Then I see another full month of limited banners, and then I see another full month of limited banners, which is pretty frightening, to say the least. So I think people need to really start planning out which one of these collaborations they're probably going to be going for. And I think for most players, they're probably going to have a favorite, whether that's Final Fantasy 13 or Nier Reincarnation. But I do think it's going to be very hard. We're going to have to basically be saving the entire month of October. And then basically, yeah, it's going to be tough without being a big spender to be able to go in on both of these banners. But for me, Advent Children is what I'm here for. It's the number one of the three, so I'm super psyched on that. All right, so let's go here. Here's the live broadcast commemorative GIF. We get 10 refined mithril, stamina agent 77, a gotcha ticket, and 5,000 blue crystals, which is incredible. And that is basically going to conclude all the slides that I was sent. Like I said, thank you again, Wise Guys, for sending me all this, and thank you to whoever it was that made all these translations. So yeah, guys, I'm going to be returning to the game now. That's everything that I know about this, all the information that I've found. If you guys know more about anything, please share in the comments so that more people can see and learn everything that's going to be coming out in basically, you know, 29 hours from now. 29 hours from now, Advent Children is going to arrive. So I'm curious what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. And if you guys are a new player looking for a Discord, a Final Fantasy community, we have an alliance of guilds that compete all different levels. We have a full Discord of players that love all things Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, co-op things, anything you guys want. Come join us. There's a link in the description of this video. And on top of that, my new novel in the Curseborn Saga franchise, which I've been writing for 15 years now, Brotherhood, the Curseborn Saga Book 5, is publishing tomorrow. So there will be a little bit of a trailer for that book publication in the anniversary patch updates. So anyways, guys, that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.